the influences, cosmic influences. You're going to see my cursor. I'm going to walk you through it. So the first thing we want to know is it's the date, right? 2nd June new moon. That's too many oohs. So it's June 28th, 2022. And it's at 9:56 p.m. Okay, 9:56 p.m. Central Daylight Time, because that's where I am located. Adjust for the time zone that you are in, wherever you may be in the world. Speaking of which, let me know down below in the comments, where are you watching from? And tell me where your family, where are your people from? Okay, so here's my cursor, top right-hand corner of the page. I'm moving around. It's very small. I'm going to show you what a new moon is. A new moon is when the sun and the moon are together in the sky. Okay, so here's the sun. It's this round thing with the dot in the middle. And you see this is the sign of Cancer, right? So the sun is in Cancer. Degree is 722. All right. And the moon will be at 722. I know I have this at 724. I just didn't, I didn't do the detail, which is fine. So it's 722 in the sign of Cancer. The moon, again, feminine energy. The moon rules the sign of Cancer, right? It's feelings, it's family, it's mom. It's also your ability to have a family. Think about that, United States. The sun is masculine energy, someone who feels like they're the authority figure of the family. So if we see the sun in Cancer, it's usually like dad, right? Or a mom who is the authority figure in the family. It's mom because maybe she's the only one in the family. Maybe there is no dad. It doesn't matter whether they're male or female. It's someone who plays the authority figure role. Someone who says, but these are the rules. I'm the king, right? And then the mom can also be the king, okay? But mom supplies the nurturing, the empathy, the sympathy. Mom feeds. Mom is there for when you get hurt. Mom's got your back, right? Tell mom about the things you've been through, right? This is family energy, a 7-degree new moon in Cancer. When we have new moons, we talk about new moons, and we always talk about the degrees and the times, because any new moon is a time to make your intentions. It's a time of wishing. It's a time of when the universe, it's like when the heavens open up and your prayers are heard. So this is why we always say, take a look and see if you got something near these degrees in your chart, because this means this would be a huge new moon for you, especially if you have like your own personal private moon near these degrees. 7 degrees. So 2-degree orb, so that would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 degrees of the sign of Cancer would mean this would be a big deal in your life. If you don't know and you want to know, just comment below and I get that information to you. Family, mom, feelings, empathy, emotional security. It also can be the public. My ability to be a mom, the mother wound. The mother wound, Roe versus Wade. So we have the new beginning. Something new is beginning. So whatever that was happening before and had to do with family and the public, feelings and emotions, something new is starting with that. Now, we want to see if there's going to be anything squaring this, because that's something that would give it stress and tension. And that would be cardinal energy, because that's what Cancer is, cardinal. And there is. If you look over here, I'm going to bring your attention to this number 4 looking thing. It's the sign of Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, I should say, in the sign of Aries. It's at 7 degrees. So yeah, when the sun and the moon get here, they're going to be squared by Jupiter. Jupiter in Aries. Jupiter is a judge. Jupiter is the one who's got all the wisdom. Jupiter can definitely be, someone who's considered, I'm in charge of my own body and the rights of my body, the freedom of actions of my body, because this is all Aries. I'm just combining these keywords together. So that is squaring this new moon energy, angling it tightly. It's called a square. It causes stress and tension. Now we see where Mercury is. We would look at Mercury right away, because this is the news and the information. This will tell us, okay, well, what are we going to be hearing about? Whether it's through TV, social media, the news. Yep, Mercury, the news. We see Venus is here, also in the same sign. So it's going to be feminine energies. It's about our values. It's about the way we think. It's about our conversations that we're having. The sisters are going to be talking, right? My values, Venus, my money. But it doesn't have to be just her money that she values, because it's Venus. But look, Venus is also at 7 degrees. Yes. And so Venus is receiving a supportive sextile from this Jupiter. They're both at 7 degrees and they're 60 degrees away from each other. And they're like exact. They're just about exact. You see that? So Venus is receiving a supportive sextile from this Jupiter. This Jupiter is very fiery because it's in Aries. It's about fight. It is about, I'm going to stand up to you. I'm going to fight. And it's sending support to this Venus. And this Venus is news, is information. This is coworkers. This is your next door neighbors. This is feminine energy. This is peers. This is siblings. This can be school children. This is learning a new trade. And anytime we talk about Gemini energy, it's connected to Mercury energy. We know that Mercury can be a trickster, right? It can say one thing and then the next minute it can say something else and it sounds like it's contradicting itself, or it sounds like it changed its mind, right? Because Mercury has the ability to talk about both sides. It just tells you what it's looking at, what it's seeing. It's not really so much about the opinion. It's really more of like a reporter energy. So a reporter isn't supposed to have an opinion. They're really supposed to just present the facts to you. They're supposed to just give you the information. They're not supposed to color it. Okay. So Mercury in Gemini, very strong. It's hearing what Venus is saying because the sisters talk and they're in the same sign. So there's a big buzz going on, especially with social media and news on social media. There's a big buzz. Feminine things are really lit up here, and especially things about the family, the public, the mother wound, the ability to be mom, the choice to be a mom, right? I say that because Black Moon Lilith is here right at 8 degrees. So Black Moon Lilith is squaring Jupiter. Jupiter is squaring Black Moon Lilith, right? This Jupiter is strong in Aries energy. It's somebody in charge who's going to put up a fight. Okay. Now, Aries energy is masculine. Jupiter is masculine. Okay. And I'm saying masculine and feminine as opposed to saying, oh, it's a woman or it's a man, because there's plenty of females who exude assertive, forceful, aggressive type of energy. And there's plenty of males who express or who exude feminine, warm, nurturing, soft energy. Fight makes right type of energy because it's Jupiter and Aries squaring the sun, squaring somebody in charge, squaring the moon, squaring this new beginning. Then Black Moon Lilith, it's a tricky thing having Black Moon Lilith in the sign of Cancer. It's our hidden emotions because it's Black Moon Lilith. It's part of our psyche, it's part of our emotional foundation, it's part of our childhood, something from the past, likely family heritage, lineage, our ancestry, stuff that happened, right? Stuff that happened that we're carrying around. It's like ancestral emotional stuff. And so all of that is getting squared by Jupiter, or all of that is squaring Jupiter. There is something else I want to point out. Look, you see Mars here? Mars is at 25 degrees, almost 26 degrees. Well, 3, 4, 5 days before this date, before June 28th, Mars would have been conjunct Eris. Mars and Eris together in the sign of Aries. Mars and Eris are an army. They're both warriors. They're siblings. They both have weapons. They both know how to use the weapons. They both are going to tell you, you cannot tell me what I can or can't do with my body. They will fight. They are super spontaneous in that they may have outbursts. They may just pop off, right? The bursts of energy are short. You know, if you think about like short little blasts or something, almost explosive in a way. So typically when we talk about Mars energy, we always say we need to be careful because Mars is always looking for a fight. That's just its mentality. It was born for war. It rules the sign of Aries. So Mars in Aries is very strong. Matter of fact, when Mars got at 0 degrees Aries way back, like a month before this, it was at 0 degrees Aries. And that's when we had that horrible mass shooting in that grade school in Texas. Yeah, it was at 0, it was on the world axis point. And so when that happens, it means like that 0 degrees thing is an extreme, extreme energy. And on the world axis point, it means it's something we're going to hear about. It's going to be something big. Now, this is not that, but I just wanted to give you an example of how Mars, its possibilities of how it can express when it's in Aryan energy. It's really about I'm fighting. We're going to fight. Well, here we've got male and females fighting they're on the same team. What are they going to be fighting? They're going to be fighting whatever it is that they're squaring. And a square, again, 90 degrees away. So this is cardinal energy, right? And we look over here in cardinal, which is Cancer, and we're looking for the degrees, like 23, 24, 25, even 22 degrees, 22, 23, 24, 25. We don't see anything up in the sky that will be in the sign of Cancer at those degrees. Okay. But if we look across from the sign of Cancer, which would be Capricorn energy, we know that that's the other cardinal energy. Well, looky, 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 looky. We have Pluto. We have Pluto in Capricorn at 2750. So Eris being at 2458 is actually at 25 and Mars at 25. So when they're together, like at 24, 25 degrees, like I was saying a few days before this, they are likely going to butt heads with the government because that's what Pluto in Capricorn is. Pluto is somebody who has the power and the money. These are big boss energy, so big corporations. These are also government figures, Pluto in Capricorn, right? These are structures of society. So, like banking, politicians, the people who have power, the people who write laws, people who decide to either vote or not vote for or against laws. These are people of power. Well, Mars and Eris are going to be together fighting that. That's going to be happening leading up to this new moon. And remember, Aries energy, if Mars and Eris are together in Aries, they are fighting for the freedoms of your body, the actions that are taken with your body. Because Aries is all about my body, the freedom, my independence, right? My ability to go where I want to go, when I want to go, how forever long I want to go, dressed however I want. It's super assertive energy. It will not be held down. It will not be put in chains. It will not be told, you can't do this or you have to do this. Aries says, I will fight you first before that happens. So with Mars and Aries together, they're going to be fighting Pluto, which is not an easy battle because Pluto, nobody can defeat Pluto. Pluto is like big brother to Mars. It's just saying that we're going to have people who are going to be pissed and who are going to be saying to the government or big businesses or corporations and saying, hell no, you have to go. I mean, I know there's stuff all over the world, but there's the whole insurrection crap that happened on January 6th. And then we've got this Supreme Court and the Roe versus Wade crap going on. We've got companies fighting unions. So there's just a lot happening, a lot changing, and it's supposed to be happening. I will also add some beautiful things here. We have support. We have Hygeia, which is the health of our emotions, of our intense emotions, because it's Scorpio energy, the health of our bonds connected to our ability to reproduce, Scorpio. It's all about the reproductive system and the hardware. I'll put it like that. And this sign right here, Hygeia, that is going to be trining. Look, it's 3 degrees. It's trining this red arrow over here that's in the sign of Cancer. So they're both water. So it's a trine. And then we also have Vesta, which is a flame, which is don't let the ship go down, stay with the ship type of thing, right? Like we got this, keep the flame lit, don't let the flame go out, right? So that's at 6 degrees and that's trining the sun and the moon. So there is supportive grand water trine energy here for emotions, for the public, for politics, because that's Pisces. So I have to be honest, politics is right here, but that can go both ways, right? And this little thing with the red arrow, this is Vulcan energy. You are able to forge strong bonds with your loved ones and stand by them in times of trouble because it's in the sign of Cancer. So it's family. You're able to stand by them in times of trouble. You are also able to help them feel safe and strong enough to fulfill their own life purpose. You need to also forge your own way. So that Vulcan energy, that red arrow, it represents the power to smash or break down crystallized matter and form, meaning it takes the old and it just destroys it. It says, hey, this is the old mold. We're going to crush it and create a new one. You pave the way for the fusion of new forms. But it shows us where we need to break down the old in order to forge the new. So Vulcan energy, starting and forging the new, breaking the old form, it's in the sign of Cancer. So it has to do with family. It has to do with mom energy. Could be that mother wound, could be the Roe versus Wade. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the right to do what I want with my body. I would like to hear what you think about this and how you think this may play out. Cancer new moon, something new is being forged because this would be a new beginning in areas of your life about family, being a mom, your mom. It's nurturing, it's emotional security and emotional safety. So below the video, I'll have all the degrees for those of you who like to pay attention to the degrees in your chart. Again, if you don't know and you want to know, just comment below.